So, last weekend my family held our annual reunion, which is basically an excuse for everyone to show off their culinary skills and judge each other based on how many people go back for seconds. You know the drill. Aunt Marge brings her infamous 7-layer dip, Uncle Bob shows up with a questionable casserole, and my cousin Emily always tries to pass off store-bought cookies as my own recipe. This year, though, Aunt Linda arrived late, clutching a massive covered bowl like it held the secret to world peace. She set it down with a flourish, announcing, "I brought my famous grape nuts and bolts." Everyone sort of nodded politely, assuming it was some quirky granola concoction. But when she lifted the lid, it was literally just a giant bowl of grape nuts cereal, with a handful of actual metal bolts sprinkled in. Shiny, hardware store bolts. The table went dead silent. My dad, ever the optimist, poked at one with a fork and said, "Is this a new keto thing, or?" Aunt Linda, bless her, launched into a rambling explanation about how she'd been so excited to finally contribute something unique. She'd seen the invitation for a potluck and for some reason, her brain fused potluck with nuts and bolts. Apparently, in her mind, potluck nut was a real thing. Meanwhile, my cousin Joey whispered, "Well, at least it's got a good source of iron," and my grandma started rooting through the bowl, convinced there was a prize at the bottom like in a box of Cracker Jack. By the end of the night, Aunt Linda was mortified, but the rest of us couldn't stop laughing. Uncle Bob tried to salvage the situation by asking if the dish was supposed to be hard to swallow, and my dad offered to nut and bolt for seconds. But the real kicker? Someone actually took the leftovers home. Turns out, Cousin Emily needed some new bolts for her IKEA bookshelf. Guess you could say, at our reunion, we learned to always read the fine print. Or you might just screw up dinner.